Welcome to the Board of Equalization. It is April 10th, 2024. The time is 2 p.m. Calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks, Matari, and Duncan. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Our first item, property removed, demolished, AIN 112525, Twilliger.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Dyson Savage, Chief Deputy Assessor for the record. The mobile home was demolished without a prepay in 2023, and we were unable to collect from the previous owner, so we're asking to cancel the taxes on that one.
Okay. Questions, motion?
So we're going to cancel these?
Well, once again, it's one of those, is it a cancellation or is it the valuation adjustment that gets passed down to the treasurer's office that fixes it?
I think it would be a valuation adjustment on this one.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I move that we approve the valuation adjustment for the demolished property for AIN 112525.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 2, property sold or transferred, AIN 127202, and this is Idaho Department of Lands.
Yeah, this parcel was transferred to an exempt entity as of 1/18 and is fully exempt, so we have to drop the value to 0.
Okay, and if that's 118 of last year?
Yes, of 23.
Okay, of 23. Okay. Questions, motion?
Should we drop this down to 0 in our motion?
Yeah, that's totally fine. We're going to sign the paper in the thing, so.
I'm just thinking for the minutes and all that. So I move that we approve the reduction of value to $0 for the property that was sold to Idaho Department of Lands for AIN 127202.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 3, property uninhabitable, AIN 126757 Swan.
This mobile home was found to be uninhabitable, and the owner of record is deceased, making it uncollectible, so we're asking to drop the value to 0.
So what happens to this? I mean, it just sits there forever and just,
I'm not exactly sure what happens with the actual mobile itself. I think that's probably a better question for the treasurer. I'm not sure if it gets taken back by the county or
Auctioned
anything
or
like that. I'd have to ask Jill on this one. I know for us, we move it to 0 because it's a zero value improvement at this point.
okay. Okay. Motion.
You want me to do these, Bill?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm happy to say I second the motion.
Okay. I move that we reduce the value of property AIN 126757 to 0.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Can we handle items 4 and 5 together?
I believe so.
Okay, so this is solid waste fee adjustment on AIN 183087 Machado and AIN 108973 Clausen.
In both cases, the mobile home was demolished in 2023, but the solid waste increment remained on, and it shouldn't have, so we need to cancel that.
Okay,
So we want to remove that?
remove the solid waste fee.
Yes.
Okay.
I move that we remove the solid waste fee for AINs 183087 and 108973.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 6, timber exemption adjustment, AIN 348011 JB Dodge Company.
The timber exemption should have followed this parcel when a new plat was created, and it didn't follow, so we're adjusting the value to make up for the timber exemption not going to the correct parcel.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we apply the timber exemption adjustment to AIN 348011.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 7, also a timber exemption adjustment, AIN 251203, Husted?
Yes. The timber exemption was removed in 2022, and it shouldn't have been. After we examined it, we need to put it back on and go back to 2022 and put on the correct value which is going to reduce the value in 2022 from $134,557 to $897 for this parcel, and then do the same moving forward because the exemption should have come off in the first place.
So are we just applying the timber exemption again, or are
For
we?
22 and 23?
For 22 and 23. It should have never come off, so they should have gotten it on their 22 and 23, and then it'll be on moving forward.
Okay.
I move that we apply the timber exemption adjustment for years 2022 and 2023, and moving forward for AIN 251203.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 8, valuation adjustment, AIN 145111, and it looks like Strid.
Yeah, this one was kind of interesting. When we were looking at the parcel in ProVal, we couldn't figure out why the value was coming off a lot higher. It actually turned out the measuring method for the retaining wall was using square feet instead of just like front footage. So it ended up creating a huge value for a retaining wall that shouldn't have been there. So we caught that on reevaluation, so we'd like to cancel that from last year.
What is the valuation difference?
In this case, it was originally valued at $1,101,983. It's going to go to $351,580.
So that's quite the valuation
Yeah.
adjustment.
You have to be really careful if you're talking about square footage or just front footage.
Right. Questions, motion?
I move that we adjust the valuation for AIN 145111 to $351,580.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Is that the correct thing reflected on the paper?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so.
All right, because, I mean, our signatures will be on there. Item 9, valuation adjustment, AIN 341477, Yamaha Motor Finance Corporation.
Yeah, I believe that when we got the declarations in for this, we found that they actually didn't have any active assets for their personal property. And so we're going to amend their value to 0.
Motion,
I move that we adjust the valuation for AIN 341477 down to $0
for personal property.
for
Personal
personal property.
Yes.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Okay, public comment? Hearing none. Meeting adjourned, 2:07.
Another.